9 News at 5 starts right now.
For the first time, Denver's police chief is answering questions this weekend from the public about a controversial proposal to change how officers are disciplined. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles. That plan would prioritize education over punishment for officers who commit minor violations. 9 News reporter Evan Krugel is live outside a town hall today that just wrapped up. And Evan, this proposal really did get a lot of pushback already, plus today as well.
Yeah, it has, Jenny. That pushback continued here again today. Chief Ron Thomas opened with some brief remarks and then opened up the floor for questions. And let's just say there were plenty.
The goal is to go right to your questions.
The best public meetings begin with questions and end with solutions.
The goal is to get an understanding of what it is you want to know.
At Brother Jeff's Cultural Center on Saturday, there were plenty of questions.
Every time we hear this, it's something different.
As Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas sat down with the public for the first time to discuss his proposal for education-based development.
Is the system broken? Where? How? Why is it broken?
I will not go so far as to say the system is broken, but certainly the system has challenges, and the greatest challenge, I think, is the length of time that it takes to resolve a case.
The plan would allow officers who commit minor infractions to receive training to correct their behavior instead of things like write-ups or suspensions. The chief says it'll move complaints through the system faster and help officers learn.
At the end of the day, I think that is what our goal is to better develop officers who make mistakes.
But critics worry it will reduce accountability.
I am not opposed to more training. I don't believe anyone is opposed to more training. It is a completely different thing when you're saying that there will be no accountability.
Chief Thomas took questions for nearly 2 hours, but despite offering plenty of answers, the questions still remain.
Does that satisfy your question?
No, but I'll accept it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, this proposal would only apply to so-called low-level violations. Officers who commit serious violations would still be required to go through the formal discipline procedures. Meanwhile, a public comment on this will remain open through the end of the month. Reporting live in Denver, Evan Krugel, 9 News.
And Evan, I think defining the difference between low-level versus very serious offenses here it might be a little bit hard to define, but have they given any examples of what like a minor discipline action might be?
Yeah, the example he gave today was an officer who forgets to write up a report when they should have on something. That would be considered a minor violation. They don't want that process to take 6 to 9 months for the person to figure out why they never heard back from police. That's what the chief is saying. Meanwhile, the opposition is saying this could take away accountability on some of those reports that could be considered subjective in nature. So lots of questions on this.
Sure.
If you're curious about where those things fall into the breakdown, we've got that posted on our website, 9news.com.
All right, Evan Krugel reporting for us today. Evan, thanks for breaking it all down for us. It is a bit hazy today, still with all that wildfire smoke from the northwest, but not a bad day overall and still kind of cool. 9 News meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen joins us today with a quick look at your forecast. I know it's going to warm up, but I am loving some of this cooler weather.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody had a chance to wake up early this morning. It was our coldest morning in 102 days. So our temperatures starting out in the low 40s made it all the way up to 80 degrees. So we made up a lot of ground through the day, and it ended up being a very nice day despite that wildfire smoke. Not a lot of temperature gradient across the state, some 60s in the mountains, but a lot of 70s and 80s on the board for today. Now, the wildfire smoke has been an issue. You can still see it out there. Haven't been able to see the foothills or the mountains in a couple of days. That'll improve tomorrow afternoon. Right now, temperatures still pretty comfortable here, right about 80 degrees across the city of Denver, 79 out at Denver International Airport. You can see the smoke out here from Fort Morgan. The northern half of the state, and particularly the eastern plains, has been really socked in. Nothing showing on the radar, but that will start to bring in some isolated showers later on tonight and then again tomorrow. So I'll detail the rain in the forecast and also when that wildfire smoke is going to finally clear out of here, Jenny.
All right, Corey, thank you. It has been a violent weekend across Denver so far. Police are investigating a series of unrelated crimes, but left several people dead. In the Central Park neighborhood, a boy was shot and killed last night. DPD just posted about it after midnight, saying it happened on North Syracuse Street, close to Quebec and East 38th. Police say somebody shot the boy in a parking lot as there was a house party going on. They've not made any arrests. In Southwest Denver, a suspected murder-suicide is under investigation. This one before midnight, officers found 2 people shot at a home on South Fenton Street off West Yale. Both people died. Police have not released their names or how they may have known each other. And police are working to find the driver who hit and killed a person in downtown Denver overnight. Happened early in the morning at West 14th Avenue and North Lipan Street. Investigators originally thought this was a shooting, but they later clarified the person had been struck by a car. They've not reported making any arrests. People who live in one community in Arvada are back in their homes this weekend after a brush fire briefly forced them out earlier in the week. And now they have some fresh concerns about fire danger. 9 News reporter Ria Jah, joins us tonight. You went to a workshop today to discuss some of the strategy around getting out of the neighborhood quickly.
Yeah, it was a 7-hour event, and when I was there, community members were very engaged, very attentive, very passionate about this workshop that was about getting informed about emergency preparedness, but also to speak with officials about their own concerns.
The urgency has been there all along, but the fire on Thursday was a wake-up call.
The weekend after a brush fire caused mandatory evacuation orders for the Layton Rock community. Neighbors and City Arvada officials gathered for an emergency management strategy session.
We've got a good turnout.
HOA board member Christian Ardita says they planned this workshop months ago, way before this week's fire, because the lack of evacuation routes has been top of mind.
Hopefully with the city and working all together, we can figure out escape routes and egress from emergencies such as the fire on Thursday.
Tracy Leva with Arvada Fire is used to smaller crowds at these community events.
15's a lot of people, unless they're serving dinner.
He's glad to see neighbors here are eager to learn about mitigation and preparedness.
The big thing, and we talked about this at the Ready, Set, Go bag, if you have to evacuate, make sure that you have the proper stuff to take with you here.
Part of that preparedness is awareness. He told people the importance of signing up for Lookout Alert, which notifies community members about emergencies. Community members like Sandy Kay,
why we're here,
were shocked to find out only 17% of the Layton Rock community have Lookout Alert.
I don't understand why we wouldn't be a little more committed to a service that's here to help us. If we're not involved in the community, then we don't have the right to complain about what isn't being done.
Sandy says she showed up hoping this conversation sparks action before the next fire.
We've lived up here for 10 years. This is the 5th fire that we've experienced. It'll be interesting to find out what that solution is, because we do need to have one.
So it went until 4. I didn't really get to stay for the whole event, but I do know that throughout the afternoon they discussed possibilities for solutions to the evacuation problem. So we will be interested to find out if that pans out to be in actionable steps or how that looks. Ria Jah, 9 News.